the juke. I cleaned
with the original dirt on it.
Look. And I wonder if it still has the same record as it had on it in this jukebox right up here. Shall we see? I can only play 8 seconds.
Okay, 8 seconds.
Time's up.
I can't play anymore.
Oh boy. Hey, look, they have the original labels on them.
Yeah. Come in close, young man. Now, we'll watch the vend. They call these Victrolas. Oh, it missed it. Well, it wasn't happy with that. It wasn't happy with that. So I'm not sure where that record was.
Don't worry about it. I'm going to renumber everything anyway.
Well, let's try another one.
All right.
Ooh, scan it. Ka-donch.
It's looking. It's searching. It's searching. Will it find it? Oh, it did. That's record 100.
There we go.
I'm going to put danger zone here.
That's fine.
This is the popular red wine. It's in scratch.
Come on.
It's 8 seconds. Now, come over and look at this. Oh gosh, darn thing grabbed me. Okay, now this uses.
For sure.
Actually, this is a fairly new needle.
Okay.
But this is, see, this has a protector on it, which is kind of useless because it's in a jukebox. But this is a Shure cartridge. That's the best cartridge. It's a N44, and the needle is their standard diamond needle. It just slides out.
It slides in. Okay.
So the needle comes out.
Cool.
A baby could change it.
All right.
I just put the baby picture in. Okay, now. So they've used that cartridge. How many years do you think, Lenny? Lenny's filming.
About 25.
Oh, no, longer
30,
than that.
45. Since the MM1, MM2.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, so let's see, that's 65, 40, 45 years?
45
Yeah,
years.
from 65,
Yeah, 45 years. It's a great needle. It's a great cartridge. I don't know it now. See, it's searching, and it found it.
Okay.
And what happens, when it does locate it, I don't know if the wand's on this side, these cancel the record. Now watch this, if that's the one that flipped. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It wasn't on the side. See, what happens is it cancels it. That's the canceller.
Okay.
That's Patsy Cline. I'm going to show you how it works. Now watch. When you make a selection, the computer, which is this.
Right.
This is the computer. Okay, that's another thing I push. That. Let's see, if you knew what... Oh, this is a flip side. That's a flip side. So there's a little sensor here to reject it that's adjustable. These screws make your adjustments. Now, see, it's looking on this side. This is the canceling. Now watch. If I flip this switch, it's going to find it. And I want you to watch this arm. See, watch the arm.
Right.
It has to pass the second time. So it's going to stop on that. Here it comes. Found it.
Yeah.
Now watch it cancel it.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah, I
canceled
just saw it, yeah.
So now, so it looks for all those switches. Tuxedo Junction, Glenn Miller. It uses the, so look at these knobs, these arrows. See? Now, the jukebox Rockolas, this flips up and this flips up. You can open it.
Okay.
Now, this was a Bargain Basement $400 jukebox. Now, look, at no extra charge.
For the extra records laying down there, all right.
These probably fell out when we moved it. Chuck Berry,
Right.
Buddy Holly, who are they? Smokey Robinson? I never heard of these people. Dion?
No, come on.
Belmonts? And who's Standby? Ben King. I've never heard of these. Anyway, we're going to include these records at an extra charge. Standby me. Who would name a record? Now, we're ready. Now, we move this up. Now, to travel,
Yep.
all we need to do is to make sure this doesn't break off. We're just going to put a rubber band around this.
Okay.
Here, so it holds this. Now, do you see this arm? Did you see the mechanic? The mechanics takes the brush and it wipes the needle. Do you remember your parents? Well, the younger people wouldn't, but used to wipe the dust off the needle. Well, this darn thing does it every vend. So that little brush there wipes off the dust that may have gotten on the needle. Clever, huh?
Yeah.
It's all automatic. Now, see this switch here? This is one of the earliest uses of automatic volume control, AVC.
Right.
So, when you have that in the on position, see they did this so it locks it in? You want to make sure it's on,
Right.
because it automatically adjusts the record volume to the exact same volume as the other machine. The other record that
The other
was
record
played.
they just played. Right. Okay.
If you don't have it on, then one record could be a little lower and the other one could be higher. And there's one other thing I wanted to show you. I don't know where the control... Oh, this back plate opens. I don't remember now. Let me move out of the way. That plate in the back comes out. There's a way to pop that out without any tools. What's in this guy? This is the first I opened it. I thought the thing was locked. Now see the mechanism's floating. Do you see? See this is floating and
got
it's
a shipping
attached,
bolt.
so it can't fall out. But it floats. So if some idiot comes up and shakes the box, there's a chance the needle won't skip. It can only do so much. If you have a real drunkard, he'll really shake it, and then the needle will skip, of course. But they were pretty durable. This comes out. You can see it's a rubber wheel that runs it. The wheel is still available, so you can still buy the wheel.
Okay.
They call it a snubbing wheel. I'm sure somebody will hate me for that and say it's not. Now, this is neat. Do you see this? These are sensors. Let's see if I don't think it still works. Let's just see something. These were the sensors. If you put in a 33 RPM disc,
It would slow it down?
it would slow it down. Let's see if it works.
All right.
We'll know right away. Because see, the hole won't go over that. Now watch.
Yeah.
It sure did. It'll
Check
play
that
the
out. It'll play. Yeah.
See, now what they did, the extended play, when it's playing, now, see, it would be normally on
Yeah,
the
it
hole.
only has a hole in the center.
Right,
That's it,
so
yeah.
he can put in 7-inch,
Yeah.
he can put a 7-inch extended play. Now, the machine was set up so what you could do, certain records, you pay more to hear that disc, because the extended play would have 2 or sometimes 3 songs in it. And you may pay 50 cents to hear that particular record rather than the usual quarter or 2 for a quarter. So look at that.
Yeah.
And it still works. So that's your extended play. Oh, that for 400 discs. It's not 400 anymore. No. 800. Wait a minute. You know what? I wonder if that's the extended play unit. No, I don't think that. I think that might be the Selectric. Where would that be controlled? This is just the amp. I don't know. Seeburg had a whole different operation for their extended play.
This one's got the popularity meter on the front.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Pop
Wait a minute.
meter.
Okay, you go into this crummy bar or this ice cream joint, and you got 5 new records. What the hell do you take out? Well, that's when you use the popo meter here. I don't know if this is working. This is a popo meter. Every time the record plays, it kicks the thing out.
Oh, check that out. You see it?
But it doesn't look like it's popping.
Yeah.
This is the reset. So when the guy comes in and he sees all these things out, he says, I wonder which record I should take out.
Right.
Well, he's going to look for one that doesn't have a single poke. And then after he changes the records, he resets them.
That is a good
Okay,
idea.
but that's done by this. See, it's mechanically. See this?
Every time it hits,
Yeah.
strikes it
So
up one
that's
notch.
going to have to see it moving each time.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
This is digital. This is a digital. There's this is the processor.
Yeah.
Oh, 192 got a lot of plays. And listen, I personally came over here late last night and cleaned it. Personally. I scrubbed it. Look, I'm even going to give you that little bit of glass right there. At no extra charge. Oh, look, the needle removal. Look, look, Lenny. For an ignoramus that has zero clue what to do. But that just showed me something. People say, how heavy, as the records got scratchy, you had to put more weight on them. Stan, Lenny, bring it over. This is the weight-o-matic. So if you move this little clip, how crude this is, but you could move this clip, that's pulling on the record the lightest. So that's the lightest weight you could put on the record, but you can adjust it up to a pound of pressure on the record. This way the needle digs in into that groove. These jukeboxes were designed for 1,000 plays per record. People said that was the earmark. After 1,000 plays, the record's probably too scratchy. Some of these records look very worn. This is very worn. Highway to the Danger Zone. The flip side is hardly played, but I can see the wear marks. Let me see if you can see. I can tell that this is very heavily played. Yeah, I am looking in the viewfinder. Yes. So this side, but this side has very little play on it. Now, there's another way the play happens. See these little arms here? You keep them clean. Now, they're made out of plastic and smooth, but when the record goes back in, there's a chance it'll wipe itself on this.
Scuff it.
Right. So you hope that doesn't happen, because it'll scratch it, see? So you should wipe these off while you're at it. And number 3, these records are actually manufactured. You can't see it, but if I put the records on top of each other, the surface doesn't touch the record before it.
And we caught it there. No, we caught it. We actually caught it.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay, now it's designed that way because the center part is a hair higher on purpose. So if you had them on a stack, and then the next record dropped down like that, and then the record started spinning, it's not actually touching the record below it. It's protecting the grooves.
Groovy.
Now this is software. This is hardware.
Gotcha.
So you load the software into the computer. See, that's loading, and you're done. The software is loaded. Now that's a lot easier than sitting and waiting and then moving your mouse around. You drop the software in.
See that history lesson you just got?
I know how to fix these already.
See how easy? Now, the only issue, of course, with the back door off, you can get to the crap in the back.
Yep.
So, this isn't the nightmare Wurlitzers are. Wurlitzer 45 RPM jukeboxes are a nightmare with a capital N, because everything you can't get to. What they did is the guy in Wurlitzer said, how can we make this jukebox almost unserviceable?
Totally problematic.
Yes, and they did it. Now that was for their 45 boxes. Their 78 boxes were a breeze. But the guy that designed the 45 ones didn't want anybody to fix it. He said, let's just put it out there. When it breaks, they throw it out and get a new one. But Rockola and Rowe designed it the easiest way. The issue is the older Rockolas, see this big panel here? Mm-hmm. At some point, if that coil that flips it stops working, then the jukebox will never play that song. So you run into that worry that will never happen. And that's never good. Because what are you going to do? See how these spin? It's a marvel of engineering. It's a marvel. And there is a record there. Did you hear it scratch a little bit here? Mm-hmm. So, well, that part nobody will get. Say, so the copyright people won't like that one. You like the old days when we could play 30 seconds. 8 seconds if we're lucky. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. To service push-button switches, okay, remove 6 Phillip head screws to remove pod. Okay, yeah, these are the...
Yeah.
Now, these are mechanical. These are not digital switches. These are mechanical switches in here. They switched over to digital. The mechanical, at least you could take apart and clean. The digital switches, you're kind of left on your own.
Got your coin mech.
Yeah, coin mech's still there. Now, that's a 3 coin mech. Actually, 4. That probably
That's a 50
takes half
cent.
dollar. Yeah.
Yep.
That probably takes half dollar. So it takes 4 mechs. It does not take pennies. They drew the line at pennies. Usually it tells you here. Let's see, quarter.
Yeah, see, that has the album on here.
Yeah, 1 album. Yeah.
1 album, yep.
So God, this could be one of the last albums. Integrated circuit, solid state, stereophonic music system, and all for $400. And what's really annoying, come in, is you all had the opportunity to buy this, and you ignored me, you ignored my videos. Do you understand what you're missing here? You're missing getting a 450 Rockola for $400, and it could have been in your house, but it's going to be in his house.
That's right. It's a piece of history.
It is history, and he got the free lesson.
Yeah.
And so did you. I was in a good mood today.
Yeah, the other day you weren't in such a good mood.
Virus. Wait a minute. 6 foot away. Thank you.
Okay.
That's better.
All right.
That's better. Wait a minute.
Uh-oh. I forgot my mask in the car.
Oh God, I forgot mine. And look,
Uh-oh.
3 more people were coming to get this. 3 more. We'll be over tomorrow. We'll be over today. Does it work? Does it work? Can you deliver it for free? Can you bring it out to my husband? I want to surprise him. I said, he'll be surprised. He'll be surprised when he gets that.
You betcha.
Does it work? Well, this does. And at no extra charge.
Right.
I'm giving him a grounded plug.
Ooh. Sweet.
And guess what? The back piece must be loose.
Right. So
Lenny, look.
yeah, I'll put the new duct tape on.
There's duct tape holding,
Yeah.
so the back door is loose.
Oh, okay. It's
Wait a
ready.
minute.
It's ready to go.
They don't put clips on this.
I know. They're-
That's pretty cheesy. See, the other company put clips on it. Rope puts a clip here.
Yeah, there's a clip on the back of the other one, yeah.
Those creeps. That's the on-off switch.
Yeah.
That's the reject button.
Okay.
And then
Volume,
it's
is
a
there a
cancel.
volume thing there too? Or
Yeah. Yes,
And on
there's
the
the
back.
volume.
Yeah.
There's the volume,
no?
yes.
Okay.
There's also a constant voltage transformer taps on the back for external speakers.
Yes, if you're at a diner, and I love this, people, when they see a wall box in the diner, I swear to God this is true, people actually thought each of those little boxes had records in them.
Oh.
And they thought, I said, so are you trying to tell me that you think this diner with 10 of these things have 10 different copies of each record? Little tiny
Little
records.
discs.
Now what they do is they take a master unit like this, and then there's a cable, like a 15-wire cable that goes to each wall box. And each wall box has one wire that makes it different than the other. So when the wall box tells the jukebox what to play, the jukebox knows that that wall box is playing. But if somebody else plays the same song, after it was picked out, it'll come back and play the song again, because you saw how that kicked it. As soon as the record started playing, it erased it from the memory. So it would allow it to play again next time the revolution of the wheel came around. But people actually thought this. So they'd have this box without the cabinet, just the mechanism and the amp, under the counter in a small cabinet, a plain Jane cabinet. And the jukebox would be under the counter where the people sit. So the guy coming in to put the new records in would see basically the same thing, and he would service that, and then he'd go to each of the wall boxes and empty the money out. So that's how they did that. That was a very expensive setup. So when diners did that, they had to sign like a 5 or 10-year contract for them to order all those things in to put in the diner. Then of course you hope that the diner guy would leave it on and not play the radio over the speakers, so people would make selections, record selections. And those have disappeared because of the cost. It's just too much money. So that's what happens. More lessons! This video was supposed to be short. It's not, is it? Lenny, your hands are tired. He's down here now. He was up here. That's better. That's better. See? Oh, God. I hope I didn't get dirt.
Oh my God, look at his shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
He's
God,
lovely.
you and your stupid jukebox. So now, the $450, $400, we have 2 more jukeboxes that work, the 2 Sebrings. No, it's a Seberg. I say that because this one guy goes bonkers when I call him Sebrings. So I do that just to piss him off. He's watching now. Bang! I saw the thumbs down. But we have 2 more. One worked, one sounds great. The Entertainer with the little lights.
Ooh, a Sea Dog.
And then the Sebring. And then we have the Bit Disco that does work. There was something wrong with it. Sound is not good. It needs to be rebuilt. But that's the last Seberg made. When Seberg closed their doors, everybody got thrown out. They had 2 hours to get their and get out. I blooped that. The guy got off the phone. Well, we're closed. Get your out. You got 2 hours. But boss, we've been here for 50 years. Well, I'll give you 2 hours and 5 minutes. Get out. That must have been a grand day that day at the Seberg plant. People love these stories, but they don't like me. Speaking of stories, well, that'll be another day. I think this is a good video, don't you? Don't you think this is entertaining?
Definitely. I can't wait to go home and watch it.
I'll just have to put in all the bloops and the edits. But you know, there is one thing I am missing.
What's that?
Do you know what this is?
Peace sign.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's also the eye poke.
I thought this
I got him. I got him. You should have reacted.
I should have reacted like
React
this.
here, do it again.
Yeah, okay.
Ready? So, he didn't know that was coming. See, now you know this is all made up as we go along.
That's right.
All made up. I said we were going to come over and do a short video. Thanks for watching.